In 2026, the smartest AI money story is not buying hype. It is understanding this. Useful logic can become an asset. A small model, workflow, or automation that solves one expensive problem can be licensed again and again. The trap is simple. People see the word AI and assume value. But a buzzword is not cash flow. A logo is not ownership. And a beautiful dashboard means nothing if you do not understand who pays, why they pay, and what rights you actually own. An AI royalty is not magic. It is a licensing payment. Someone uses a piece of automation, model logic, dataset structure, prompt system, or API workflow you control. If it saves them time or makes their operation cheaper, they may pay repeatedly to use it. The best AI royalty ideas are rarely flashy. They come from boring pain. A clinic drowning in forms, a warehouse losing time on inventory notes, a legal office summarizing contracts manually. Boring problems are powerful because businesses already pay to remove them. Before spending $1, test the idea in one sentence. This AI helps a specific user do a specific task faster. If you cannot say who it helps and what task it improves, you are not building an asset. You are collecting noise. There are 3 practical paths. First, an AI workflow that automates steps. Second, a cleaned dataset or knowledge base that improves output. Third, a model wrapper that makes existing AI useful for one niche. You do not always need to invent the engine. Sometimes you build the steering wheel.
Do not try to build the next global AI platform from your bedroom. Start smaller. A dental claim checker, a freight email sorter, a product description cleaner for Shopify stores. Micro-niche tools win because the buyer understands the pain immediately. A real royalty asset needs a buyer map. Who feels the pain? Who controls the budget? Who can approve the license? Many creators fail because they sell to the user but ignore the person who signs the invoice. The fastest way to build a useful AI asset is to do the job manually first. Handle 10 cases by hand. Notice the repeated decisions. Write the checklist. Then automate the boring middle. The manual version teaches the machine what matters. A practical rule. Before building the full system, try to earn the first $500 from a pilot, setup fee or paid test. Not likes, not compliments, real dollars. Money is the clearest signal that the pain is worth solving. Do not start with one huge price. Build a license ladder, a paid pilot, a small monthly plan, a team plan, then custom enterprise licensing. Each step reduces fear for the buyer and gives you proof before you scale. Ownership must be clear. Do you own the code, the workflow, the dataset, the brand, the customer list? If your asset depends entirely on someone else's platform, your royalty stream is fragile. Control the pieces you can control.
Businesses do not wake up wanting more AI. They want fewer errors, faster response times, cleaner reports, lower support cost, or more completed orders. The royalty is earned when the result is easy to understand. Monthly royalties come from repeated use. Look for problems that return every week or every month. Invoices, claims, emails, compliance checks, reports, product updates. One-time problems create projects. Recurring problems create licensing. Your moat is not always advanced math. Often, the moat is context. You understand the niche. You know the messy documents. You integrate into the workflow. You become trusted. A simple tool with deep context can beat a powerful tool with no fit. A tool becomes valuable when it lives where work already happens. Email, spreadsheets, CRM, help desk, accounting software. If your AI requires people to change everything, adoption slows down. If it plugs into their current flow, licensing becomes easier. If you want renewals,
show proof. Track hours saved, errors reduced, tasks processed, and money protected. A royalty stream survives when the buyer can justify the payment without guessing. In serious industries, full automation can be risky. A stronger model is human in the loop. AI drafts, checks, sorts, and flags. A human reviews the final decision. This makes the system safer and easier to sell.
Royalty assets need more than code. They need trust. Document where data comes from, what the tool is allowed to do, who approves outputs, and how errors are handled. Good paperwork makes a small AI asset feel professional. Your first client is not just revenue. They are the laboratory. They reveal strange cases, missing features, confusing language, and real objections. Treat the first client like a co-designer, not a trophy. Many AI royalty assets begin as services. You solve a problem manually, then notice the repeated part. Package that repeatable part into a workflow, template, API, or dashboard. The goal is not to remove yourself instantly. The goal is to reduce custom work over time. The math does not need to be fantasy. 10 clients at $99 a month is $999 monthly recurring revenue. 25 clients at $199 is $4,975. The hard part is not the calculator. The hard part is retention, support, and proving value every month. Monthly income looks beautiful until clients cancel. Churn is the leak in the bucket. To keep royalties alive, improve onboarding, send value reports, answer support quickly, and keep the tool connected to a painful recurring task. The most valuable conversation happens before renewal, not after cancellation. Ask what saved time, what failed, and what they would pay for next. A royalty asset improves when the buyer teaches you the real reason they stay. Do not only track revenue, track usage. If the client uses your workflow every day, renewal becomes easier. If usage drops, your future royalty is already at risk. The best AI assets become habits inside the client's business. Monthly licensing is not free money. Every system creates questions, bugs, and edge cases. Build a support rhythm early. Fast answers protect trust. Clear documentation protects your time. A royalty stream dies when clients feel abandoned. Documentation turns a fragile service into a scalable asset. Write the setup steps, common use cases, known limits, and troubleshooting rules. If every client needs a custom explanation, you do not own an asset yet. You own a job. A license is only as strong as the terms behind it. Define usage rights, data rights, payment timing, renewal rules, and termination. The goal is not legal complexity. The goal is clarity before money changes hands. Data can make an AI tool stronger, but it can also create risk. Keep a clear boundary between client data and your own system. Get permission before using examples, logs, or documents for improvement. Trust is easier to keep than rebuild. A license can look profitable until compute costs eat the margin. Track every API call, storage bill, and heavy task. Build usage limits, batching, and fair pricing. Real royalty assets survive because the unit economics work. Before scaling, calculate the real margin. If a client pays $199 per month, subtract compute, tools, support, taxes, and payment fees. What remains is the engine. If the engine is weak, more clients only create more stress. Clients will ask for custom features. Some are gold, some are traps. Use a filter. Will many clients need this? Does it save money? And can you support it without breaking the product? A royalty asset grows by saying no wisely. The fastest expansion is not random. Clone the structure into nearby niches. If your workflow cleans dental claims, maybe it can support clinic intake or insurance notes. Keep the core logic. Change the language, fields, and buyer promise. You do not have to sell every license yourself. Consultants, agencies, software resellers, and niche operators already have trust. A distribution partner can bring clients faster, but the agreement must define revenue share, support duties, and ownership. White labeling can turn one tool into many channels. An agency sells it under their brand, while you license the engine behind the scenes. This can work well if the contract protects your IP, your fee, and the support boundaries. Listing your tool on a marketplace can help discovery, but it is not a strategy by itself. Crowded platforms reward clear positioning. Direct buyer conversations still matter. A specific pain beats a generic AI listing almost every time.
Be careful with anyone selling AI royalties as guaranteed income. Real assets have clients, contracts, usage data, costs, and risk. If someone shows only screenshots, hype words, and pressure to pay today, walk away. The stronger your proof, the easier the sale. Keep before and after examples, usage logs, case studies, and renewal notes. You are not just pitching an AI idea. You are showing evidence that a business problem became cheaper or faster. A tiny case study can sell better than a big promise. Before, 6 hours of manual review. After, 45 minutes with human approval. Monthly license, $149. Simple, believable, and connected to a task the buyer already understands. Not every idea deserves survival. Set kill criteria before emotions take over. No paid pilot after outreach, no repeated usage, or too much support for too little margin. Killing weak ideas frees capital for stronger ones. A practical sprint is 90 days. First 30, interview buyers and map pain. Next 30, run a paid pilot. Final 30, turn the repeatable part into a license. The goal is not perfection. The goal is evidence. Once one license works, build a small portfolio by use case, not by fantasy. Some tools will grow, some will stall, some will die. A practical creator treats each asset like an experiment with real buyers and measurable proof.
If royalties arrive, do not only extract them, reinvest into the engine. Improve data quality, user experience, sales materials, and support systems. The asset becomes more valuable when each month makes the next month easier to justify. Passive does not mean nothing happens. Passive means the work is systemized. Documentation answers common questions, monitoring catches problems. Renewals are tracked, support has a rhythm. Real passive income is usually active work converted into a machine. The opportunity is not to chase every AI trend. It is to own useful logic that solves real business pain. Start small, validate with dollars, protect the rights, measure the value. Then let licensing turn one solved problem into a repeatable asset.